So I'm sitting in reception, and this couple came in. I'd put them at about mid-40s, perhaps 50, something like that. And it was a brother and a sister, and they'd come to see whether the home might be appropriate for their mother. And they're having this conversation, and they said to the care home manager, "Will Mum have the run of the place?" And I'm thinking, oh, use a killer question. And she said, yes, she would. Oh, well, in that case, we'll go. You see, you have to know what people's motivation is. The killer question, when someone says, will Mum have the run of the place, the killer question is, why do you ask? Because then they would have said, well, she's a bit temperamental, and if you give her the run of the place, then it wouldn't work for us. Well, we've got an area where we can... Does this make sense to you? I was working in furniture retail recently, and you think I must spend my time crawling around shops, buying things, actually. You call it a shopping mall, I call it a laboratory. I was in this furniture shop, and I earwigging a conversation, and the salesman had said to these two ladies who were buying, I think I'd worked out they were sisters. One of the ladies and her husband were buying these sofas. They'd looked at them, they'd decided to buy them, the sisters were coming in to do the deal. So he said, so you want the two large sofas and the one small one, yeah? And you want the foot cushion, yeah, okay. Now he said, do you want the Scotch Guard treatment? And one of them said, does it do red wine? And the other one started laughing. They've got a story, haven't they? And I'm thinking, oh, use the killer question. Say, why do you ask? Because if he says, why do you ask? They're going to say, well, and tell the story about the red wine, aren't they? They're going to tell that story. But he didn't. He said, well, it's something to think about, isn't it? And close the sale. I thought, you numpty. So that's killer question number one. Why do you ask?